going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Igniflare. So I'm doing a jump project here, and I wanted to explain to you guys exactly what I do, why I'm doing it, and I guess explain the goals for this account and my channel as a whole. This whole project that I'm doing here is solo. I'm running it by myself with all my boosters. If you look at my alliance here, you'll see that all these accounts belong to me. All the God King accounts are mine. I have four burners and one booster. Obviously the difference between the two of those ideas is a booster is actually a strong account that can host rallies, and the burners are basically just useless accounts that I dumped all my AP and gems into AP so I can secure a bunch of Dauntless Lohar. Which is why if you go to my commander tab here and you look at my Lohar, he's already at 411. It's only 24 hours in. He's going to be 5511 by the end, because every one of these burner accounts in my alliance here, all of these have about 30 Dauntless Lohars each. So I can run these rallies with my main booster and my jumper account consistently and get a very high level Lohar by the end of it. Now there's a lot of things that are weird about the style that I jump with, and I wanted to explain everything. But first let's go over here to my breakdown and just explain where I'm at and show you guys what I'm doing for my first 24 hours. So I have 10,000 power in both my building and my technology, which is basically, they're almost maxed. I need a few more pieces of tech and they're done. I need the watchtower and the castle and they're done. For troop power, I'm at 32,000, which with my map scouting and my training, I was very efficient, and that's also very good. Commander power, I'm at 75,000. So we're gonna go to my commander tab quickly, and I'm just gonna show you guys exactly what I'm doing here. When you're doing a rally-focused jump build, the most important thing to realize is that you need a strong foundation. A lot of people don't realize that you're able to actually do solo barbarian forts with just your farm or your booster, and you can put so many troops into that rally that you're able to get tier 7. The difference between tier 7 and tier 6 for damage dealt to a barbarian fort is insane. If you do tier 6, you're only getting 2 minutes or 2 5-minute speed ups, whether it's a healing speed up or a universal speed up. When you get to tier 7, that doubles and you get 20 minutes of speed up per rally. Not only that, but you also get about 22,000 experience per rally as well, plus all the resources, and the books are at a higher level. You want to be able to get tier 7 as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, the bad news about that is that tier 7 is extremely hard to get on a jumper with tier 1 and only having 2 accounts running. What you basically need to do is get your booster, which is this one here, to run with as few T2 as possible, and then 40,000 tier 1. And by the end of it, you survive with about 15,000 troops left. You get tier 7 rewards, and it ends up being insanely good for you. And then you spam that over and over again. So at the beginning, it looks like the account actually grows extremely slow, because all these, if I had to put this like 26 levels into my Lohar that I did here into all of these commanders, bringing them all to level 10, my power would have been over 200k. And a lot of people do that. They spread their EXP at the beginning very early, and then they get their account to a point where all their commanders are at about level 10 or 12, and then they run out of steam and they don't have the ability to bring in more experience to get them higher, so they start to break down and they slow down tremendously. Whereas this style actually swaps it around and does things in the opposite direction. I start off extremely slow. If you look at the way my power breakdown is, I start off extremely slow, but then once I get my Lohar to level 40, which happens mostly from map scouting. If you look here at my map, I already have 30% or 29% of the map scouted. I just auto scouted. There's no reason to do anything more. I'm gonna have the whole map done anyway. But if you look at it, 30% of the map is scouted already. All the high and medium caves that I have found have been scouted already. And all of the experience I get from the villages is going straight to my Lohar. I need to get him to level 30 before the monument here gets to this stage where the barbarian fort opens. You want to have 30,000 troops in your rallies with this account, so you're getting the most amount of value as possible. And then you just multiply it. You just keep doing it over and over again, and you keep funneling that experience into your Lohar until he gets to the point where he's level 40, and then you're getting tier 7. And then after that, you start dumping all the experience you're getting from those rallies into these. And you're on a time schedule, which is really shit. So if you go here to the way this works, by the time you get to this point and you have tier 1 barbarian forts, you have such a small amount of time from that until this. And once level 2 barbarian forts happen, you're basically screwed. The reason that a lot of people start to kind of dwindle around that stage is because they don't have a backup plan. Once you run out of tier 1 forts to start rallying, you're not going to kill tier 2. So if you don't have a backup plan, you're kind of screwed. And that's exactly why I have so many boosters. If you look at my alliance again, all of these accounts have 30 Dauntless Lohars on them, all of them. So irregardless of whether or not there's tier 1 or tier 2 barbarian forts, I'm still going to be able to rally Dauntless Lohar consistently until the end of this jump. And that's basically how this plan works. Once you get your main primary commander through scouting to level 30, you use the barbarian forts plus the map to get your Lohar or whatever primary commander you picked to level 40. Once you get to level 40, you start basically theory crafting the rally, so you'd put less tier 2 and more of your tier 1 on your main, and you keep doing that until you get tier 7, and then you basically save that loadout and you just keep repeating it over and over again, and then you start dumping all that experience into all of your commanders, and it ends up being insanely good. You don't dwindle down. You're going to get so much experience, and then once the tier 2 barbarian forts come, then you get better and you start doing more Dauntless Lohars and all that good stuff. So that's where I'm at for my first day. My first rundown, my first little breakdown of how this works. What I'm aiming for now, like I said, this at the beginning of this style of jumping, it starts to dwindle down here because all of the experience I'm getting is going into this, and levels are basically created equal in this game. So if I get 1 level into my Kusunoki, which only takes 100 EXP, it gives me the same power as this, where it takes 112,000 experience. I gain the same power. So the amount that it would take me to get this guy to 27 would put all these commanders here to level 10 easily, and then my power would spike, but then you dwindle down like I said earlier. So that's where I'm at. That's the quick little account update, and pretty much the way my style of jumping works is to do just that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are going to come back for day number 2 and see where I'm at. There's not going to be a huge difference. It's mostly going to be troop power by that point. And yeah, we'll see what happens after that. But thank you guys for stopping by. My name is Igni Flare, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.